everybody, it's Jacob109TL here at your service, and today I'm going to be doing a review of a game called World War Heroes. It's on the Google Play Store and the iOS App Store. Now, to start off, I'm going to be talking about the equipment in this game. So let's go to the equipment section. Now, I'm going to start with everything on the right and then work our way to weaponry. So first off, we have the facial gear. Now, we have the aviator glasses, pilot's glasses, the gas mask, and the cigar. Now, if you ask me for my personal opinion, I will always say that the gas mask is better just because it protects from poison gas. And for some strange reason, a lot of players, and I mean a lot of players, waste gold on something that does 14 damage if you stand in it. Which everybody in this game, unless you're playing a sniper build, knows you do not stay in one place. Now, let's back out of here. Now, in this game you have rank and files. Now, the standard rank and file that you get is the, well, rank and file. It reduces damage taken by 70%. The next one is sniper, and the added benefits are 25% XP, 50% headshot damage with sniper rifles, 50% health, radar, invisibility. Next one is medic. Again, XP 25%, it gives you 1 extra med kit, 50% more damage with shotguns, 30% health, 30% armor, and protection from one hit. Now, assault, which is my personal class, again, 25 XP, 2 grenades, 2 more grenades, 2 more clips in combat, 20% health, and 110 armor. Now, a lot of people go for support, and I don't blame them. I will say it's a good thing, but for me personally, it's not worth the gold. And especially after I put a lot of upgrade points in there, it's not worth it to me. But if you want to go for something like that, I would recommend it instead of the assaults or the other ones, because that is the better one if you ask me. Oh, I don't believe I read her. It gives 25% damage with machine guns, 30% health, 10% armor, protection from 2 hits, plus 25% more damage with pistols, which are literally one of the worst guns in this game. I have no idea why. Now, you have your grenades here. Now, we're going to start off with the standard grenade called the Mod 24 grenade, contact grenade. Now, when you throw this one, it detonates on contact. So, let's say you throw it at somebody, it hits them, it detonates on combat. You throw it against a tank, it hits the tank, detonates on combat. You throw it against the ground, it hits the ground, detonates on combat. I'm pretty sure you see the pattern here. Now, the M2 grenade, you throw it, it hits, it waits a few seconds, and then it blows up. Like, for instance, let's say you had to throw a grenade into a room, but you weren't in the position to do so. You throw it at the wall. Instead of like the Mod 24, which would detonate on contact, this grenade will hit the wall and bounce back in that room if you aim it right, and it will explode inside the room without putting yourself in danger. Now, the next one are mines, which I do personally enjoy. I hardly use them, though, because it's real rare that players don't see them on the ground, or that they don't step on them. Now, the damage is 200. I do like that, but in my personal experience and with watching this, when I step on landmines, my health goes from, let's say, 300 down to 80. So that really doesn't do much, because the player still, now unless you pack them in, that won't work. Now, we're gonna go into the gold section of grenades here. Now, we have the anti-Mod 24 tank grenade. It operates the same way as the Mod 24, but it has a much more damage to it. You can use these against tanks. They work real well against the Shermans and the Tigers and the Japanese tanks in this game. Now, here's the gas grenade that I was talking about. It does 14 damage, and let me show you what it says here. One detonator creates a toxic gas cloud that obscures visibility and causes permanent damage to the enemy, so use a gas mask to avoid such situations! ! Also, the gas cloud creates visibility problems. No, it does not create visibility problems if you have auto aim on. It does not create visibility problems because players run through it like lightning fast. Now, I do like the TNT in this game. There's just one problem. You throw it, you go hide, and then you have to wait for someone to pass it. Then you have to press the button again to turn the detonator. And by the time that happens, the person's already found you and you're dead. So it's completely useless. The only way I would recommend to use the TNT is to use it with a mine. Place the mine, place the TNT. When the mine goes off, the TNT will go off, and, well, you got more than enough to get rid of somebody in this game. Now, the next we're going to talk about is the med kits. Now, when you first start the game, you get the Miner Med Kit. I do like these. They are pretty good for the price and everything. But once you get like level 10 and up, they kind of become useless. So, and then you go to the Medium Med Kits. Now, as you can see, I have 15 of these. I can buy 10 for $10, which I'm going to do right now. Ups it to 25. Now, the Strong Med Kits, they replenish 120 HP in 3 seconds. Just one problem though, they're expensive. And unless you're playing premium and you're real good, you do not make that much money to win in this round. You do not make that much money in any round, unless you play like 10 rounds straight. Sometimes, then you'll get that many credits. Now onward to weaponry. I'm gonna go from melee to pistols and then up and up. I'm sorry about that. So first off, now this is the standard weapon that we all get when you sign up with this game. A shovel. The only customization option you have for the shovel is paint job, which costs 20 credits for this one. I use Force 3 camouflage because I like it, my personal favorite. Now the Japanese dagger, the officer's drink, I don't know how to pronounce it right, please forgive me, I know I botched that up. The Red Cross Hewer and the US 1918 both do the same damage. Just one problem. You have to get extremely close to the enemy to do so. And I know with melee weapons you have to do that anyway. But with the Cavalry Saber, you have a little extra length to smack with. For instance, let's say you're charging someone. You're more likely gonna kill them with this than you are with the knives. And SS Knuckle requires you to get even closer than the Cavalry Saber. So if I were you, I'd spend your gold on the Cavalry Saber. Now, onward to pistols. Now, we have 3 pistols in this game. Start off with the Colt 1911 pistol, first developed in World War I for the U.S. Army, if I remember correctly. It's pretty good in this game. I bought the upgraded magazine for it with cash. The next one up would be the Mauser C96. Again, good pistol, not the best in the world. And then we have the Russian revolver. Now, in my personal opinion, I rarely use pistols unless it's like in a pistol match where I communicate with somebody and I say, hey, you know what, let's have a pistol match or a knife match. And he agrees to it, then we do it like that. But normally, it's very rare you get to those 1v1. Next one is your standard weaponry. Now, I'm going to start off with my weapons. Now, it shows you all you have here. You have the semi-automatic, sniper, assault, submachine gun, anti-tank, legendary, machine guns, shotguns, my weapons, and then all. Now, I'm going to show you what I have because these are just my personal favorites out of the game. But in a later video, I will talk about each and every single one of them. Now, when you first start out the game, you get these 2 weapons. You get the M3 9mm machine gun and the German MP40 submachine gun. Now, for some strange reason, the upgrades for these cost cash unless you're going for the ammunition and the scopes. I don't know why. Now, these 2 submachine guns are good. They're not great. Now, this is more than likely going to be your first anti-tank weapon you get your hands on, is the Panzerfaust. So I would definitely use this. I've seen some players go kamikaze and literally run up into a group of enemies, detonate this. They kill themselves, but they also get rid of the enemy. As you can tell, I don't do that. Well, very rarely, but still. Next one is your assault rifle, which is the Type 100. Let's go load. There we go. Now, this is a good gun, don't get me wrong, but it has no option for a scope and very few customization options. Now, I did the foolish mistake and I bought this gun. What I would recommend, if you're going to play a sniper build, is my personal favorite right here. The M1 carbine. I would use the M1 carbine. It's a good gun. Once it's fully upgraded, it does 67 damage. It neglects 20% movement speed. Distance is 66 meters. Dispersion is 0.4. Fire rate is 153, which is good. Now, the next weapon I would suggest would be either the MG42. The MG42 or the MP40. Now I'm going to talk about the MG42 right now, and then we'll move on later. Then we'll move on down the road one by one. Now this does 35% This does 35% damage, movement speed is 30, distance is 32 meters, dispersion 5.6, fire rate 716.7. Now, as you can tell, all these upgrades cost gold, and they affect the gun in different ways. Now, as you can tell, I don't have enough gold to afford the upgraded armor, the upgraded whip, the upgraded bullets. I'm sorry, I'm botching my speech up today. Now, first you start with armor piercing. It upgrades the damage by 10%, and you upgrade the fire rate by 10%, and you can upgrade the distance by 10%. If I were you, I would go with either the fire rate or the damage. Now, my personal opinion, I will go with the fire rate for this gun, because this gun already has enough damage. You just need to fire out of it a lot. And this is a medium to long range. It's an all range weapon, but its favorite is medium to short range, possibly long range if you're skilled enough and have it fully upgraded. Now, the next one is the Model 1912. It is a US shotgun in this game. As you can tell, I already spent a lot of gold to deck it out for the knife, the scope, the bigger magazine, and the paint job. Now, as you can tell, I'm using Force 3 because I love that paint job. I have no idea why, it just looks nice to me. Now, next one I would use, if you're going to play a pure sniper build, then I would go with the Mosin Nagant sniper rifle. If you don't have very much gold, but if you do have a lot of gold, I would save up for either the Mosin Gold or the Mauser 98K. I would go with the Mauser 98K because I haven't bought it yet. I'm saving up for it. Let me show you. Base damage is just 175 flat damage. 2 shots. Once you fully upgrade this thing, 1 shot, 1 kill. Now, for the rest of my weapons, I have the Panzerschreck. I believe that I pronounced that right. I don't know German very well, so please forgive me. This is a very good anti-tank weapon. It does a lot of damage, but you're slow as a turtle. I use this in combination with the MG42 as my anti-tank build. Now, I do love this thing, but as I said before, it's heavy as hell. Now, the MP40, which is a standard assault rifle, I bought this with the Hewer for $20. I know, I'm not a big fan on pay to win, but sometimes in games you need pay to win. Now, for this particular rifle, I spent a lot of gold upgrading it to its 8 points. I already got its scope, its magazine, and its paint job. Again, I'm trying to save up to buy better rounds for the thing. Now, I also have, as you can see, the bar and the Ariska, I believe I pronounced that right. Just one problem. A lot of these cash weapons need durability. As you can see in the upper right hand corner, there's a durability problem. Now, early on in game, you're not going to be making a lot of credits. If you're going to want to try to advance, you're not going to be making a lot of credits to fully repair all these weapons. For instance, the Type 100 from fully broken to fully restored will cost you 150 credits right off the bat. 150 credits. I believe that was more than it cost. Now, the next gun I have, which I really don't use, is the Type 99 machine gun. I got this in the crate that they give you if you play this for 30 days. They give you a crate. After you play it for a few months, it'll give you a premium weapon chest for you to own. But normally, once every 30 days, it gives you a premium weapon rent chest. Now, as you can tell, I've also unlocked the SVT-40 Premium Semi-Automatic Sniper Rifle. It's a good rifle, don't get me wrong. It's just, how do I put this? It's not my style. It's not my taste, if you will. It's a little bit. Let me double check. Movement speed is -15. Movement speed is -20. Yeah, that explains it. I'm a retard. But I prefer the M1 Garand. That's just me. It's called an M1 Carbine in this game, but its official name in the real world is M1 Garand. Then I also paid for the G43 semi-automatic rifle. Basically, it was the Germans' attempt to produce the M1 Garand for their own army, and it failed drastically. Now, I've showed you guys most of the weapons. Now, I'm going to talk about the crates. Now, you can get a chest by watching an ad. You'll either get credits or gold. For gold, it's 2 credits. For gold, you'll get 2 pieces of gold, and for credits, you'll get like 10 to 20 depending. Now, the regular chest is just a rent chest. You can see what I can get. I can rent the Stein, Panzerfaust. Most of these I already own, but some of them I don't. So let me show you. I got the Remington shotgun. I never liked the shotgun. This is just my personal opinion. I never liked that shotgun. Now, I'm going to show you the settings. You have custom interface, vehicle sensitivity. I always have the sensitivity and vehicle sensitivity. It's 50 because that helps keep your tank mobile, especially if your phone is laggy. Now the aim help and the auto shoot I would use. Acceleration, auto hunt, I would not. Smart switch, no, because after you fire the Panzerfaust, it will not reload it. Camera control I would go with left-hander, replay, and smart switch I would not. Game is just your usual. Graphics, average. You know, I don't have a very high-end device. Sounds, I have music all the way down because I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike. And then you have your languages here. Next thing you have is profile. As you can see, I'm level 31. I have 4,745 kills under my belt, and I've died 5,283 times. And I've won 581 games out of 1,228 games. Now, as you can see, the best weapon is the MP44. Now, achievements and friends and all that, I really don't care that much about. Now, the new recruit, on the original device that I started playing this account, I was never able to finish the tutorial, if you will, because my phone was so laggy and I had to exit out of the game to restart it. Now that was just on an older device. Problem solved now. Next thing you have is clans. Now, as you can see, I have my own clan info. It's called Knights of War Rise. I took that from the game Rise Son of Rome, which I saw in a trailer. It was very good game. I'd recommend it, even though I've never played it. My friend has played it. He's seen it. He enjoys it. Now, you have the rankings, which is all the different clans. As you can see, the top one is, I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get hit, because I don't want to get strike here. Skills, as you can tell, I don't have, since I'm the only man here, I really don't have a lot of money to put into this. Chat, clan chat, invite to clans. It only costs like 50 gold to create a clan. And then quests. Every 24 hours you get these quests. Now I gotta complete. Now the rewards will vary between. For instance, if it will rarely give you the gain 50 experience points. It will give you 20 gold and 20 cash. Now as you can see, I gotta kill 3 players with a knife to get 3 gold, 10 credits, and I gotta complete 2 triple kills, which are extremely hard in this game to do unless you're extremely skilled. I'll get 5 gold and 15 credits. So, that was my review, ladies and gentlemen. I will be doing gameplay of this day after tomorrow. I'll see how this video goes. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and a thumbs up and subscribe. Thank you very much.